Hello guys, today I'll be looking at the AIDA method in following up on your prospects. To generate leads may be very simple. You just run lead generation campaign, but quite often than not, you always see that following up is actually the major thing. Then what do you follow up, and who do you follow up, and why do you follow up? Following up is a sequence of meeting up, trying to close your prospects and converting them into customers. So why do you need to follow up? You need to follow up because definitely if you are generating prospects and you are not reaching out to them, remarketing to them, you may not close instantly. It's not like somebody really have the huge money and already taking the decision to buy. Yes, you will see one or two people, and that's why even if you are running your campaign, you always see people who showed interest and they are ready to buy. Then you need to follow up. How do you follow up? There are different methods to remarketing to your prospects. They already know you, they have already given you their data. It now remains that you should hit and convert as much as possible. That goes a long way. So we are looking at this AIDA method, and it is important. I'm just going to rush through it and give you some tips towards making it a reality. Let's get started. So the AIDA, AIDA, meaning that you really want to start with grabbing attention. Interestingly, when you start generating your leads, perhaps you have actually gotten the attention. Somebody showed you his data or a data that is interested in your offer. Perhaps that really suffices. But if that is not enough, you still need to understand and grab their unwavering attention so that they focus on you and they see you as the results provider, the solution provider, that you will be able to take them from where they are to where they want to be. Everybody wants to probably solve a problem or achieve a desire, so that is important. So the next thing you want to do under this attention is to identify the interests. Okay, everybody really wants something, whether you want to solve a problem or you want to achieve a goal in life. It's whether you are looking towards achieving more positive or reducing negative. So you want to identify the interest, you want to identify the pain points, you want to identify the emotion, so that you don't just generate leads and just let it lay fallow. You really want to follow up and make sure that you are scrutinizing and identifying your potential customer, because to convert your prospects into customer is another ball game entirely, and we're all learning. Okay, of course, except you are already a celebrity, you are known in your industry, people have already you have your referrals, there are a lot of things about you. But as a startup, as a young startup business coming up, we are all learning, and we want to first of all make sure that we identify the interests of our prospects, so that you are not just going to be selling them what they will not buy, and hence you will be having a reason why they will be giving you some rejection. And in this interest, you really want to make sure that you identify that, so you can allow them to do some of the talking. You can ask questions to probe into or diagnose into the actual problem and their readiness to solving that problem. Okay, identifying the problem is not enough. You can actually identify somebody's problem and yet the person is not ready to solve the problem, and that means that you need to identify the interest and also identify the need to solve the problem. And that is where you now go to the third item, which is the D, the desire. Okay, the desire to solve the problem, or the desire to attain the next act. So there's always going to be a desire if you have identified the problem, if there is a wherewithal to solving that problem, and if the solution can actually be achieved. You've broken it down, you've made it so realistic that indeed this solution can be achieved. We can do this, we can get to this. How do you achieve that act? How do you make sure that the solution is indeed readily to be achieved if the person is ready? Okay, you can give testimonials of who you have solved the problem, similar problems, or even people who will refer you, listen to their comments. So there are a lot of ways you can actually relate with your prospects. You can actually give far information that shows that indeed you are not just a competent person in this niche. You have actually helped solve the problem, and that would help build a desire into them that if this person has achieved it, then why can't I not also do same? So you want to make sure that immediately you've gotten their attention, you build the interest. You identify where the lying issues, you identify the factors around it, you identify the desire to solve the problem or to achieve the next phase of the goal, of the challenge. And of course, the last A in this list is action. Then you have to make sure that action is actually taken. You can break the action into something like a payment plan, something like an advance. You just make sure that the action is easy for the prospects to take the leap of faith. Make sure that the action that you are going to make at the fourth aspect of this is easy for the prospect to take the leap of faith. Because the person that is just coming in, that okay, indeed you've gotten his attention or her attention, you've identified the interest, you've seen that the person has a desire and the wherewithal. Now you don't now make the action difficult, where the person now feels like, okay, this is a stumbling block for me. You can make it easy by probably creating a payment plan, probably giving some freemium, free values. Okay, sign up for these, get 7 days or 5 days or 3 days free sample. Or in fact, there are a lot of things you can do. It depends on your uniqueness and your dynamism in making this real, and I believe you can actually do that. You can do that in order to convert as much prospects into paying customers, and the more you can do that, the more you can grow and scale your business. Feel free to chat me up if you have any comments, concern. And my name is Mojid at Palladium Innovation, team leader at Palladium Innovations. Be a part of my community, subscribe to this channel.